we're back with another video. And today I'll be discussing the top 5 best weapons, in my opinion, in 2024 Elden Ring. Since a lot has changed since the past years, so I'm gonna go over. Let's go. I'm gonna go over the best, like the top 5 in each category. So we're gonna start in daggers. Obviously, the top 1 dagger is the Reduvia. Like, the Reduvia is the best dagger in Elden Ring. Mostly for its high bleed capacity, like high bleed buildup, and is good for starting out with any bleed build since it's so early. Like, you can get it so early it's in Limgrave. You can get it really early. So yeah, in the daggers category, the Reduvia wins by a long shot. Alright, in the straight swords category, I'm not really good. Like, I don't really use straight swords whatsoever. But the best one I have right now gotta go to the Michelin Knight sword. I mean, there's not really much to it. It's just a straight sword. Cause I don't really use straight swords, so I couldn't really give you guys an opinion on the straight swords. And light great swords, this is the only one I have. It's called the Milady. It has like a really dashing, thrusting forward attack as its Ash of War. But yeah, I don't really know anything about light great swords. Now, great swords. There's lots of great swords. These are great swords. These are colossal swords. We'll get to colossal swords in a second. But great swords, it has to go to the Dark Moon great sword. For any actual like Souls players, like they play Souls games in the past, this has been through most of the Souls games, and it's an absolute fucking unit if you're running an imp build or yeah, it's only for an imp build, but it's absolutely beautiful great sword. It's like, look at the blade, you know what I'm saying? And the Ash of War is not that bad too. Alright, moving on to colossal swords. Now this one, there's a lot to go through. The Godslayer's Greatsword is one of the best. I'm pretty sure it's number 1. I'm gonna go with number 1 for this one. Cause like, look at the stats. And it has Black Flame, which is, I'm pretty sure, the best incantation in the game. Like look at its Ash of War. If you hit L2 again, it does a second one. Like a second slash of Black Flame. And its physical damage is already really fucking high for a colossal sword. It has nice crit and really high fire damage. And it's higher in faith build. I'm a faith build. That's why I use this sword. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the best colossal sword. Second place goes to Malekith's Black Blade. This wonderful looking sword has crazy ass holy damage and physical damage. And its Destined Death Ash of War is absolutely diabolical. Like, look at this shit. It's like Melina's Water Flow Ash of War, but it's just better. And its physical damage can already one-shot almost every like single standing enemy. Like, I'm pretty sure it can one-shot all of these Albinurics. Not the red ones, but the blue ones it can one-shot easy. Alright, moving on to... we're just going to go to curved swords since I don't have any heavy thrusting sword or thrusting swords. So we're just going to go to curved swords. Curved swords, I'm going to have to give it to the Scavenger's curved sword. Because it can cause really nice bleed build up. And you can put seppuku on this. You can put seppuku, and you can that just adds to its blade build up, and you can dual wield them. So if you max 2 of them out, and put seppuku on one of them, and blood flame blade on the other one, then you should do a lot of fucking bleed damage. Now, curved great swords. It always is gonna go to the Bloodhound's Fang. The Bloodhound's Fang is the best one of the best all-around weapons for early to mid-game in Elden Ring, because its Ash of War is just absolutely wonderful. Like, its main Ash of War with just the L1 is that if you press your heavy attack button, it will like dash back in and do another upward slashing attack. Now we're gonna go to katanas. I only have three types of katanas: Rivers of Blood, Hand of Melina, and the Meteoric Ore Blade. I used the Meteoric Ore Blade for a really long time because this was originally an int build, but it's not anymore. It's a pure, almost pure faith build. And yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to either the Rivers of Blood or the Hand of Melina. It's not because those are the only ones I have, but the Uchi Katana, if you leveled it up and put like, what's it called? If you put like the Flame of the Red Mane's Ash of War on it, it's actually pretty good. But I'm gonna have to give it to the Hand of Melina. I don't even have it maxed out, and it already does crazy damage. Like, we're gonna test it on this poor Albernuric right here. Look at the Ash of War, guys. Like, it's that water flow thing that she did always in the fight. She always did it on the fight. And it really does good fucking slashing damage too. Like, it can 2-tap all these Albernurics, and it causes bleed. Like, the water flow, what's it called? The water flow dance, Ash of War, is one of the best in the game. Like, look at this shit. It's just insane. You know what I'm saying? So, the katana category is going to have to go to the Hand of Melina. Second place is no matter what, the second place is the Rivers of Blood or the Nagakiba. But the Rivers of Blood will take second place. Anyway, moving on to Twin Blades. I like the Godskin Peelers a lot, especially because you can dual wield them. Like this. You can dual wield them. And dual wielding these used to be meta when you could put a seppuku on both of them and then just go fucking like this. Because that's like 4 attacks in one, you know what I'm saying? So, hold on, let me put some clothes on, yo. Alright, anyway. This attack is absolutely brutal, especially because their blood buildup is absolutely fucking insane. 111 blood buildup on each of them is devious, especially if you put seppuku on them. Absolutely insane. But Eleonora's pole blade is actually really good as well. If you dual wield both of these things, you can do that in the air attack as well. Yeah, but if you dual wield these, it can actually do crazy blood buildup damage. Moving on to axes. I don't really have a lot of axes except the Stormhawk axe, which this Ash of War is alright, I guess. I've never used it before, but yeah, I don't really use axes. I use great swords, but yeah. Anyway, moving on to great axes. I'm gonna have to give it to the Axe of Godric because, I mean, it's not that bad. And this ground pound attack can really get you out of, like, crowded-ass situations. But I really don't use great axes, so I can't give you that kind of opinion. Hammers. Alright, coming up to hammers. I mean, hammers, I'm going to have to give it to Vieira's bouquet. Because this Ash of War is so spammable, and it causes a lot of bleed buildup. So, yeah, I'm going to have to give it to Vieira's bouquet. Great hammers. Alright, great hammers. It's going to have to go to the pickaxe. This pickaxe is really fucking good for a pickaxe. Like, it's just a big-ass fucking pickaxe, you know what I'm saying? And you can customize it to Ash of War, so it's just better. You know what I'm saying? Moving on to colossal weapons. This is obviously going to go to the what the fuck is it called? Falling Star Beast Jaw. This thing is fucking awesome. Like, I love this Ash of War. because like you can do this, and it will like send those gravity spikes beneath the enemy. But I'm not high enough intelligence for it, and I don't plan on getting high enough intelligence for it. But yeah, the Fall Starring Beast Jaw, if you do max it out, it is one of the best in the game. Moving on to spears. Obviously, I'm going to give it to Mohg's Sacred Spear, because this Ash War is just fucking brutal, dude. Like, let's go test it out on this Albinauric right here. The Ash War is like you reach it into the sky, and it's just a blood shower. And it makes your weapon, it like infuses your weapon with bleed. So, like, it makes your shit bleed even more than it did. And the sprint attack is actually pretty good. You just, like, start running through them like this, and then it's one big attack. But yeah, spears, it's gonna have to go to the Mohgwyn's Sacred Spear. Halberds. Halberds can really go either way, but I'm gonna have to give it to the Commander Standard. You get this by killing the Commander Neil and Khalid. But yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to the Commander Standard. Commander Standard is pretty good, but I don't really use halberds or big axes like this, so yeah. Scythes, I'm gonna have to give it to the Wing Scythe. It causes bleed. It looks pretty fucking sick. And the Ash War is pretty cool. So yeah, the Wing Scythe is gonna have to get the Reaper class. Fists. Fist items. It has to go to these thingies. I don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, their Ash War is absolutely, like, it staggers regular enemies immediately. Like, look at this. Staggered. And then and the critical damage is not bad at all. If you level these things up, dude, they're fucking nice. The Ash of War Unblockable Blade is like actually wonderful. So yeah. Shields. We all know it. It's the Fingerprint Great Shield. Is that what it's called? The Fingerprint Great Shield? Yeah, it has 100% physical damage negation. Like, if you're blocking, you can't get hit. I'm just gonna beat up this Albinauric real quick. Yeah, but this thing is absolutely wonderful. Like, I just recently got this shield because I was gonna use it during the Mesmer fight. But yeah, this shield is absolutely fucking wonderful. It's really heavy though, so I recommend getting the winged crystal tier for more equip load. But yeah, this shield is absolutely amazing. Alright, now let me just fucking murder this Albinauric. Alright, so now to sum it all up, for a faith build, the best weapon in the entire game, gotta go to the Godslayer's Greatsword. It's mad versatile, first of all. Second of all, the black flame on it is absolutely wonderful. It does crazy ass damage against bosses and shit. And yeah, the best weapon in the whole game is the Godslayer's Greatsword, in my opinion. If you guys have different opinions, then that's alright. Second place, the Greatsword. It's a classic, and it's a really good fucking weapon. Especially if you bought the DLC and you get the Savage Savage Lion's Claw, Asha War, dude. This thing is fucking insane. Look at this Asha Warrior. That's fucking insane. You know what I'm saying? That's second place. Third place, Malekith's Blackblade. Like, you can never go wrong with Malekith's Blackblade. Like, look at this thing. First of all, it looks cool as fuck. Second of all, the Asha War is fucking broken. And third of all, it's just a nice-ass weapon. Third place? Hannah Molina. It gotta go to the Hannah Molina, yeah. This thing is fucking awesome sauce. Like, look at this fucking blade. Big-ass blade, and the Asha War is wonderful on it. Fourth place, Rivers of Blood. I'm not a blood user. I don't really use blood at all. But if you guys are bleed builds, Rivers of Blood is a great choice. Then when you get Godskin Peelers, then this is the way you use. Speaking of fifth place, it is the Godskin Peeler in fifth place. The Godskin Peeler is really good. I just fucking look at that shit. I just love the Godskin Peeler, and especially if you put Black Flame Tornado on it, it's just wonderful. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Albernurics are doing cartwheels. But yeah, if you guys get Godskin Peelers, max them out. I'm telling you, I was just experimenting. But yeah, if you get a Godskin Peeler, you should max it out and use it. Because, like, bleed build or not, it's still a wonderful fucking weapon. Anyway, that will wrap this video up. I'll make another video going based on armor and armor sets and where to get them. So, yeah, that's the video.